You know, people and pigeons are curiously much alike. That is to say, the lovely birds have those qualities of fidelity, affection and love, courage, determination and pride, which are qualities humans may boast of when they are at their best. If they display jealousy and pettishness, quarrelsome moments and gluttony, they should be forgiven, for their sins are small. Indeed, we humans should be forgiven as well.
Now listen. This is what's going on that we can't see. Your chick has turned itself and is pipping away at the large end of the egg.
Must be born soon, Doc. Will be born soon?
Very soon.
My very own bird born on my very own birthday.
What will you call him?
Dickens.
Indeed.
Come on. Very good.
I'll help you cut the cake. I can do it. I'm getting big.
He's right, honey. He must be getting big. I mean, just look at the size of that wagon his grandpa got him.
A wagon's practical as well as a means for some good fun. Now, when pigeons are taken in their baskets some distance from the loft on training flights, a trainer needs transport to get them there calm and rested.
Pa, that wagon is big enough for a kid twice his age.
Can you pull it, Hugh?
With you to help me, Doc.
All right, place his feet side by side. Now hold them between the first and second finger. So, that's it. Now then, the wings are to be folded against his body. Easy, easy. If he flutters, smooth his wings from front to back. Now, place your hand under his breast. Just so. The bird's to be held firmly, but gently, considering its comfort. The way you should hold love, or even life. Okay, he's ready to toss.
He will fly in the loft, won't he? You don't expect him to fly away and leave.
It could happen. Has happened. But I think not. We've made him comfortable. He knows your touch. But even if we knew that he'd fly away forever, we'd have to test his will to come home all the same. It's a mark of freedom. A creature returns to home for the good that's in it, for the caring and the rightness. But we all have to be given the right to chase the far reaches of the sky.
To home.
Excuse me. Excuse me?
What?
Are you Hugh Bowden?
Yeah.
I'm Dennis Korn from Jason Realty. Mr. Jason just called me on the car phone. He's stuck at a deposition. He's running a little late. He thought you'd be more comfortable waiting at the office.
Fine, that's fine.
Good. Why don't you follow me over in your car and you can take care of the paperwork there.
Good enough.
Great. I gotta tell you, everybody's glad this deal is finally gonna close. Our tenants have been screaming about this eyesore for years.
Yeah, I can imagine. My fault for not keeping it up.
What's to keep up? This house couldn't have been much when it was new. What the heck was that place?
Pigeon loft.
A what?
Pigeon loft, homing pigeon.
Oh, I'll be damned. Well, the property sure turned to diamonds. Pretty shrewd you held on till it maxed out. You, live here when you were a kid, did you?
No, it was my grandfather's house.
Oh, I'll bet back then you didn't dream this place would ever be worth anything to you.
Hey, look, why don't you go on ahead? I think I want to hang around here for a while.
Well, I'm not sure how late Mr. Jason's going to be. You know lawyers and depositions. You'll be a lot more comfortable at the office.
No, be fine. I've been in the car all day. I could use some fresh air.
Okay, suit yourself. You change your mind, our office is only about 10 minutes from here on Linwood.
I can find you.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
That day, 40 years passed. How can it be that I've thought so little of that day for this long stretch of years? Wouldn't it be closer to the truth to say that day has never left me for a moment? That day and the ones that followed. I'm 10 years old again. The cardinal year of my life. That is a day that marks the end of my childhood.
In the kitchen, you. Some herb tea, you?
Yes, thanks. Here, Dad, I picked them on the way.
Thank you, thank you. They are just beautiful. Just beautiful. Wildflowers always look so happy. I guess it's because they grow wherever they want.
You're almost done carving on the solid peach seed.
Yep. You know, it's hard to believe that something as soft and sweet as a peach can have a seed as hard as granite. Put these over here where we can enjoy them.
Boys at school think flowers are silly, like sissy stuff, just for girls.
Really? I think that's a sad thing. There should be no restriction on the giving of beauty. No set of actions suitable for girls and another suitable for boys.
That's what I think, too, Da.
Is it now? I'm glad to hear that. Now then, are we ready for the big day?
As ready as we'll ever be.
Then there's not a thing that can shame us. What a race this will be, huh, you? 600 miles. There'll be a crowd at the Pigeon Union this morning, I'll wager.
Yes, sir.
Well, Moonbeam and Jenny and Dickens are ready. There's 3 birds. But I'd rather put quality into the air than quantity.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. You sound like a soldier just come home from the big war. What's going around in your head this morning?
Nothing.
You. This is Dar you're talking to.
I just wish.
Wish what?
I just wish that Dickens can win a trophy just one time.
Maybe you will. Some birds only do well at the longer distances.
But the last race was 400 miles, and he didn't even come close to winning.
You're right. Dickens didn't do well.
No, he didn't.
You had high hopes of winning, didn't you?
Yes,
He let you down.
yes.
Did he have the right to let you down?
What do you mean?
Did he do it deliberately?
No.
Did he do his best, do you think?
Yes.
Have you done your best for him?
I could always do better.
How?
I don't know.
What don't you know?
What went wrong? Why Dickens loses?
We may never know. We gotta accept the fact that life is filled with mysteries.
And disappointments, too.
Indeed. So what's the only thing you've really lost so far, since you've still got Dickens in the lock ready to try again?
Just a trophy.
Now you got one of those. This is for you and Dickens. Win or lose, he'll finish the race.
How many are you flying, Bounham?
3. Jenny, Moonbeam, and June's own Dickens.
Why are you flying so few?
We'd rather have quality in the air than quantity.
What do you say, Bounham?
About what?
Oh,
You know my grandson, don't you, John?
I do. Are you entered, you?
I'm flying Dickens.
Good luck. Going to the funeral?
What are you talking about?
You haven't seen the bulletin board yet. It's posted. Mr. Watkins died night before last.
Oh, no. You remember Mr. Watkins, you? He founded this club. I think you met him at one of the breakfasts.
Went into sleep. We should all live to be 97. Anyway, it's posted. Service is at 11.
Time for examination. I'll take him, Doc. You taught Pigeon a while.
That's a good fellow you got there.
He sure is. I didn't have all that much time when my boy was his age. One of the few pleasures of growing old. Having a second chance with a boy like that.
Hi, Mrs. Thompson.
Are you?
Here's our fee.
Thank you. Is Dickens fit?
If Dickens doesn't win, he'll have done his best.
Well, there they go. They'll spend the night in Springfield and then off to Hillsborough. And the race is on. Don't worry, so you. Dickens will make it. He loves his home. Now, come along. I got a funeral to go to You can work in the loft while I'm gone.
Can I go with you, Doc?
It won't be necessary. You barely knew Mr. Watkins.
He was a friend of yours, wasn't he?
Yep.
Then I want to go.
All right. It pleases relatives, you being there.
But they don't even know me.
Oh, that's true, but seeing a young boy there will lead them to feel that their loved one had lived his life to the fullest. Even making new friends right till the end.
Doc,
Yeah.
if I tell you something, you won't get angry, will you?
I doubt it. At this point in my life, it takes quite a bit to get my dander up.
Well, I'm glad that my being there makes his loved ones feel good.
But the main reason you want to go is so you can see a dead person up close.
How'd you know that?
Because I was your age once. It's a natural curiosity, Hugh. A natural curiosity. Well, what did you think?
I didn't like it.
Did it frighten you?
A little bit, but that wasn't it.
What then?
He had makeup and rouge on his lips.
Little attendances upon the dead, you. To ease the harshness. Foolish in its way.
He should have had his own face to carry away with him.
You'll see to it that I have my own face, won't you? I want my own face. I want my own suit on my back. Not a new one, just for the occasion. And I want shoes on my feet, even if they can't be seen. And I want to be home. I was born on a bed at home, and I saw my children born the same way. I want to die likewise. Listen to me. Putting burdens on a boy.
I don't like you talking about dying, Doc.
I know.
I'll see to it, Doc.
What?
What you were talking about and I don't like you talking about. I'll see to it. I promise.
It always amazes me when I count the many ways a moment can be vividly recalled. So vividly that it's somehow more real in the memory than it was in the living. I wonder whether or not we live so much as relive life. Do we know where we've been only after we've returned? Do we feel the pressure of lips and hands, soft and plump, only after they've grown dry and thin with age? I wonder. I do know that the touch of a peach seed carved by loving hands makes one a child again.
Want more milk, you?
No, my stomach's about to burst.
If your grandma was still with us, we'd be having some of those sweet pickles she used to put up.
I wish you'd learned how to make them. They sound awful good.
They were. I could probably do it. But they wouldn't taste the same.
Whenever you think of Grandma Jeannie, you always get far away.
I do I?
Yep. I wish I'd have known her.
You'd have loved her. I'll tell you that. She was special. She had to be married to an old fossil like me.
I bet you were the best husband in the whole country.
Oh, spoken like a true grandson.
Chronicle.
Mr. Battle, please, this is the son.
Just a moment.
Come on.
I'm sorry, he's gone out to lunch. Radnor's department store.
Mrs. Radner, this is Hugh. I have to talk to my mother.
Well, Hugh, we haven't seen you in a month of Sundays. When are you coming to visit?
I have to talk to my mother.
Well, all right, for heaven's sake.
Oh, Mama.
Hugh?
Mom, it's Doc. He fell. He was sitting in the chair and he fell.
Is he hurt bad?
He's just lying there. He can't speak. He scared me.
All right, now, Hugh. I want you to put a pillow under his head and put a light blanket on him if he seems cold.
Oh, Mama.
I'm gonna call an ambulance right now. It may get there before I do, but you just wait for me.
Hurry, Mama. Please hurry.
I will. Now, do as I told you.
Dr. Sand murmured of clots and insults to the brain, of subdural and extradural hemorrhage. Mysteries of words to me. All I was certain of was the fact that my grandfather had suffered some outrage to his dignity and health, called a stroke. And now he was lying in a strange bed in a strange place. And I was certain Da hated that. I suddenly thought of Dickens and the other pigeons on their way to the race. Somehow in that moment, I saw the trial my grandfather and Dickens faced as much the same. Both had a long way to home. The express trucks would stop in Springfield for the night. The handlers would service the baskets, freshening the water and renewing the grain. Dickens would be lonely without us. He'd peck at a bit of grain, murmur to himself to soothe his heart, and then rest. I found little to soothe my own heart.
Look, son. Your grandfather is very ill. Might be a long time before he gets better. But our lives have to go on, and Grandpa understands that. Now you eat your oatmeal and then change your clothes for school. I'm gonna visit Dad on the way to work.
I'll go buy my lunch now.
What about the birds? There's no one to tend to the birds.
Hugh, I'm telling...
Honey, maybe you can take his clothes to Dad's and change there.
Yeah, by all means, let's not forget about the birds.
Shoot a real BB gun? My dad got one for Arnie. I can't today. Oh, come on, I'm telling you. My brother let you shoot it if you want. Some other time. My grandfather's real sick. I gotta go see him. He's in the hospital? Yeah. Boy, he must be real sick then. I was in the hospital once. Got my tonsils out. You had yours out? No. It really hurts. You'll probably get yours out. Then you'll see. What's wrong with your grandpa? He had a stroke. What the heck's that? It's complicated, but it's bad. Is he gonna die? No, and don't say that anyway. Well, shoot, don't get mad at me. I didn't give him a stroke, whatever it is. You know what? My dad said as soon as Arnie learns to shoot good, he's gonna let him take a shotgun out in the woods. That thing kicks like crazy. I'd be scared to shoot it. Wouldn't you? I don't know. Yeah, I would. Probably knock me down and smash me like a potato. I'd be gooey like Tom and Dewey. You know what? My dad hates Tom Dewey because he has a mustache like Hitler. Horse's tail is very gooey, lifted up and very dewy. LSMFT, leave some meat for Truman. Hey, you sure don't want to shoot on his BB gun? He'll let you. I know he will.
Is it the breeze that chills me, or the memory of lying next to my grandfather that day so long ago? So many fragmented thoughts that occupy my mind, dashing me back and forth across the years as though I have no will of my own. But recalling all that happened means imagining that which I wasn't witness to. The thoughts that may have occupied my grandfather's mind as he lay helpless. Even the travels and trials of my bird Dickens on his long journey home. Dickens was in prime condition. Not one tail or flight feather was missing or broken. My Dickens was a champion. Trained and tuned to the moment.
Release!
Dickens soared high above the other birds, climbing like a dart. With powerful beats of his wings, an air of exultation, he answered the demands of his will to go home. He was far ahead of every other bird in the race, even so early on. At the rate he was going, he'd surely be the winner. In another part of the sky, a hawk sailed 1,000 feet above the valley floor. On the hunt, noiselessly riding the reaches of the sky, she was a terror. Examining every foot of the width and length and depth of her nation, alert for prey. 2 hours into the race, my Dickens entered her kingdom.
We could definitely identify this stroke as a carotid thrombosis. I'm sorry, that probably doesn't mean anything to you. You see, there are several kinds of physical insults, all grouped under the general layman's term, stroke. In your father's case, he showed indications of 2 types. But now we've pinned it down.
Will he get better? Will he be all right?
Not all right. But we can hope for improvement. There is, of course, the possibility of another incident. And what's to be done? He'll stay here until his condition is reasonably stable. We'll have to consult a rehabilitation team, a physical therapist, an patient therapist.
Standing by my grandfather's bed and overhearing the murmured conversation, I told myself, and would have told everyone who cared to listen, that I'd take care of my grandfather. I'd stay up all day and all night if need be to hold my grandfather's hand so he wouldn't slip away. Feeding him, bathing his strong old limbs, now stricken and weak and useless. Cooling the fever that lay upon his skin, just as Da had done for me when I was ill. I'd contacted measles. In the night just before my rash appeared, my temperature rose to 105 degrees. I awakened with the weight of the fever on my eyelids and saw Da sitting by my bed in the yellow glow of the bed lamp.
How is it, Sonny?
I feel bad, Da.
This ought to cool you off a bit. You know, men in the Foreign Legion put wet cloths around their heads when they're marching from one oasis to another. Keeps their brains from cooking.
No.
Would I pull your leg?
No, but you might tickle my fancy. That's not a hunter, is it, Da?
No. Just a little hooter looking for nothing bigger than a grasshopper. Besides, our birds are all to bed.
Some water, please.
All right. There you go.
I feel better soon,
How long is soon?
till morning comes.
Oh. Well, you count the times the owl calls. When he speaks 7 times, the sun will be topping Wager's Hill. Morning will be on the way, and you will be feeling better.
That's one.
That's one.
But you understand, the hospital is not set up to take care of chronic patients, of course.
And can he stay here until we can sort it all out?
Oh, yes. For now.
Hugh, it's late. We have to go.
Listen for the owl, Da. Morning's on the way.
Dickon's sleep was interrupted by the roll of distant thunder and the splash of raindrops. He drank quickly. Though exhausted, he knew he must go on. He must try to outrun the storm.
could get better. But how much better? I think we have to face it. I think we have to make some decisions. Evelyn, come on, Evelyn. Please, I'm not saying it's something we're going to do. Maybe there'll be some miracle, but if there isn't, if things don't change.
But in a home with strangers?
It's close by. We can visit him all the time. Have you heard Dr. Sand? The nursing demands are more than the hospital can handle. We can't afford 24-hour nurses at home.
If I quit my job.
If you quit your job, what? What? You're going to be taking care of Dad 24 hours a day? He's like a baby now. No matter how we feel, we have to make a decision that's practical for everybody. And if things don't change, the only practical choice is a nursing home.
I'll never forget my feeling that night. In that moment, I hated my father. How could he do this to Da? He was his son. There was only one answer. He didn't care. He didn't love Da. And for that, I hated him. I'd left school at noon without permission. I knew my father would be angry, but I didn't care. I scanned the sky quite often, hoping for a sight of Dickens, Moonbeam, or Jenny. I so desperately wanted some good news to bring to my grandfather. But there was no sign of them.
Hugh? Hugh?
Miss Capaldi?
Have any of your birds trapped yet?
No, sir.
Huh. Fouquet's race and Windhill trapped about an hour ago. Pretty bad storm cut right across their flight path. Most all the birds were past the edges of it in time, except for a few of the stragglers.
That wouldn't be Dickens. Dickens is a lead bird.
How's your grandfather?
Better.
A few of us thought we might stop by to see him this evening. You think it'd be all right? Well, we'll call up and ask at the reception desk. Just a few might come, not a whole mob, Hugh.
I'd be fine.
Well, good luck with your birds. And you tell your grandfather. We miss him.
Tears came to my eyes. Not only because I feared I'd lost Dickens, but because I was afraid that it was a terrible sign that I would lose my grandfather as well. It was mid-afternoon when Dickens was awakened by the sound of some migrating geese. The battering of the storm had taken its toll on his energy, but not his spirit. For Dickens, home was everything, just as it was for my Da. Moonbeam came home an hour after I had talked to Mr. Pauly, and Jenny just a few minutes later. There was no doubt in my mind now that Dickens was lost.
You? What are you doing here?
Came to see my dog.
Who brought you?
Nobody.
You walked all the way from school?
Is my grandfather gonna die?
Well, he's an old man. We can't be certain. He's strong, but he's old. And this accident, see, it's going to leave him a little diminished, even if he makes a very strong recovery. Do you understand that?
But is he gonna die?
We have hope.
I called the pigeon union. One here was a one like Mr. Pauly said. He flew at 816.65 yards per minute. Oh yeah, everybody at the hall's been asking how you feel. I told him you were feeling better. Jenny and Moonbeam were resting when I left. I guess Dickens is lost forever.
John, give up on Dickens.
You're talking, Doc.
He can't keep an old man from talking.
Oh, Doc, you're getting better. I was so scared. Soon you'll be home and we'll be working the pigeons just like before. Won't we, Doc?
We'll all be home. You, me, and Dickens.
Doc? Doc?
I'm tired. I'm tired.
You rest, Doc. We'll be back to see you tonight.
I couldn't let my father see me. He'd know I left school without permission. He wouldn't understand. He didn't love Da the way I did.
Dad. Dad. Hi. A lot of friends have been calling. They all want to come by and visit you. I thought maybe you'd want to shave.
I watched as my Da tried to raise his chin a bit to make the shaving easier. He looked at my father from the corner of his eyes with great affection. It was almost as though he were making a gift of his helplessness. I don't believe I have ever seen an act so full of love. I wondered in the moment what my father must be feeling. How different might the quality of his love for Da be than mine. He was more intimately flesh of Da's flesh. For his father's pains more surely felt in his own body. How could I ever have doubted his love for Da? I wanted to cry out, "Forgive me, Father." But to do so would have meant intruding on their moment together. And that I could not do. I will never forget that day. I had seen my father cry.
Stay out of here, cat. You're getting hairs on everything.
Dickens was glad to see the sun disappear behind the earth. He was exhausted. His purpose still flickered in his breast, but the great fatigue he suffered threatened to swamp it altogether. Drained of the last pitiful shreds of his energy, he slept.
Shut up, you dumb cat! Shut up!
Hugh? Where have you been, young man? We were supposed to visit your grandfather a half an hour ago.
I was at the loft.
I phoned over there a few times.
Well, I guess I couldn't hear it ring.
Did all the birds get back okay?
All but Dickens.
Oh. I'm sorry. I hope he's okay. Now you better go to the kitchen and wash up quick, because we gotta go. Hey. Now, what do you suppose that was all about?
I think he's afraid because of Dad. Maybe he's afraid that you'll get sick and go away too.
Well, that's probably Dr. Sand wondering where we are. Hello? Yeah, Dr. Sand, I'm very sorry we're late. We're just on our way out the door. How bad is it?
What is it?
I see. No. You told us that that was a possibility. No, I'm sure that you have. Well, I'll come right now. Yeah. Fine. Bye. Dad had another stroke. Just happened a few minutes ago. Okay, I want you two to stay here.
Please, Dad, let me go.
Hugh, there's nothing you can do. Please stay with your mother. I'll call you and let you know what's happening.
Dickens had little rest that night, but though exhausted, he was more determined than ever to fly home. Crying softly against the pain, he gained the heights and waited for that bell-like whisper in his soul to guide him. Home. Home. Home.
Hello?
It's me,
Henry. How's Dad?
well, he's resting comfortably right now.
How are you?
I'm okay. Look, why don't you get a cab and bring Hugh over to the hospital? I know he wants to see Dad.
Okay, well, we'll be right there. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye. How is he?
Well, he survived it, but it's only a matter of time.
There's no way of telling how long it could be. It's a matter of hours, a matter of months. This physical damage is just so severe now. I wish I could tell you that there's something we could do, but as I said before, this hospital, Why don't we go to my office?
Can I go see Doc?
All right, we won't be long here.
Thinking back on it now, I realized that the worst of it for my grandfather was not the dying. It was the dependency he had thrust upon my father. I mean to say he'd had a son and watched him grow, shared the years with him, and felt that his was the guiding hand. And suddenly, like a bolt of lightning, his wasn't the power. He'd been supplanted as the head of the family by a man he could not help but remember as a boy, coming to him with some hurt or some triumph. He was suddenly the helpless creature, the child, and that boy was now the man, making decisions that bore sharply on his life.
I'm here, Doc.
Doc gripped my hand with all the strength he had left, saying to me that we were both weak and must depend on one another to protect one another against the kind, benevolent judgments of those who would be our caretakers. His eyes, my beautiful Da's eyes, begging me to remember a promise. Dickens had been in the air since sunup. He flew despite his injuries. He flew although there was nothing that presented itself to his eye or memory that gave him any clue that he was flying in the right direction. Until now. There it was. The familiar shimmering curves of the Genesee River. at the most an hour from home. Only now did he allow himself a chance to rest his tired wings. Just a few moments' rest, and then home.
I'm not heading back till I shoot something. Well, there's nothing to shoot. We've been walking for hours and we haven't seen nothing. Well, we haven't seen nothing for hours because you've been talking for hours and you're scaring everything away. I'm getting hungry. Yeah? Yeah, well, it's a good thing we're not hunting for our supper, because if we did, we'd just plain starve. Well, I'm going back. I'm not kidding, Arnie. You can stay out here if you want to, but I'm going back. Now, are you coming or not? Arnie? Shh. What is it? Shh. I got him! You see that, Tony? I got him! What'd you get? A bird, a big fat one. Come on, we gotta find him. Keep your eyes peeled. He's right around here. You sure you hit him? He fell in the tree, stupid. Of course I hit him. Maybe he just flew out when he heard the BB gun. Go home. What'd you do that for? Because you're bugging me. Now go on home. I'll find a dumb bird myself. Tell Mom. Go ahead and tell. I don't care. I'll bet you missed it. You can't shoot good. You stink. You stink, Arnie. Yeah, well, you stink too, Johnny. Yeah, we stink worse than I do, Arnie.
It comes to me as I remember all of this that one of the clearest evidences of man's uniqueness is the exchange of promises and the keeping of them. I had made such a covenant with my grandfather. I walked along the silent streets of the town, dragging the wagon behind me. One wheel made rhythmic little noises like the pipings of young birds. I went towards the hospital fearing that someone would see me. A small boy out on the dark streets and stop me and take me home. But I met no one. It was as though only two people were awake in all the city. Myself and my grandfather waiting for me, helpless in a strange bed.
right there. Well, just do what you can, and I'll be there as soon as I can.
Get you to your bedroom, Doc.
Porch. Porch. On porch.
I'll get the mattress.
I awoke that morning with the warmth of the sun on my face. I looked down at my Da. His face was so peaceful in the morning light. Suddenly, the tears dammed up in me would wait no longer.
Dickens? Is it Dickens? It's Dickens! Dickens! He's home! Dickens is home! Dickens! Come here, Dickens! 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 You're home! You're home, Dickens! Da! Da! Wait, Da! Wait! Dickens is home! We're all home!
My grandfather died not long after that morning when Dickens came home. He died upstairs in the bedroom where his children had been born and his wife had passed away. He was buried with his own face and his own suit, not a new one bought for the occasion. And there were shoes on his feet, even though they could not be seen.
Bowden! Dick Jason. Sorry I'm late. You know how lawyers and depositions are.
Yeah, that's what Mr. Corn said.
Oh, I've got everything right here. We can take care of it right here if you like. Of course, if you want to look them over again, you can go to my office. It's just a few minutes from here.
Look, I'm sorry about this, Mr. Jason, but I've changed my mind.
About what?
About selling, I'm sorry.
Mr. Bowden, I'm going to be straight with you here. The buyer, he's not going to budge on price.
I know that. I just don't want to sell it.
Why don't we go back to my office? I'll make a call. There might be a
I
little
want to
leeway
keep the
here.
house, Mr. Jason. I'm going to fix it up.
You got to be kidding. Fix up for what?
For memories. For memories. And who knows, maybe I'll have a grandson.